Hello, Internet, and welcome back to another episode of the Chitz and Giggles podcast. Where today we talk about Christmas.
Christmas.
How was that?
That was good.
Cool.
The Chitz and Giggles podcast.
Good evening.
Good evening, good morning, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Feliz Navidad.
How are you doing on this fine Monday morning? Coming to you on Monday.
Lovely
Christmas
Monday
special.
morning. Christmas morning. I'm okay. I think I've eaten too much though.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I've eaten way too much, and I don't know if you can tell. I need a shave.
it looks like you're getting great in your old age.
In fact, no. Do you know what it is? I've been up all night long.
Yeah.
Oh, it's been a busy year, and I've been up all night. I've been fucking everywhere. I'm telling you, where I haven't been is nobody's business. Today, I'm telling you. Last night, I need to get to bed. That's what I need to do.
I thought you'd been to many places in Africa. Or Asia.
No, I didn't go there. But just shh, okay. God.
Sorry. That's weird, though. People say like he travels around the world.
Yeah,
But
he doesn't.
He doesn't. He does like a part of the world.
just does us a lot up here.
Yeah.
What about the rest of them?
The rest of the world's like Santa who?
Yeah.
It's fucking
Good old
Monday. Get back
Jews.
to work.
Yeah. 25th of December. That's all it is. It's the 25th of December. Would you believe it already?
The year's flown by.
And before you know it, it's fucking next year, a new year.
That means it was 2 years ago tomorrow that I came over.
2 years ago tomorrow. Yes, it would be.
That's crazy.
Blimey. Would you believe it?
Time flies.
It does. It does when you're having fun anyway.
So have you had a nice morning?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
nice
it's been
Christmas day.
good. Yeah, it's been good. Lots of presents.
Actually, what is the date? It's the 17th. It's not actually the 25th. But we're coming to you on the 25th.
You're not supposed to tell them that bit.
Ah. So it's the 25th and it's also 8 o'clock in the morning. So
Yeah, 8 o'clock in the morning. Get up. You probably still, if nobody's watching, they're still doing their bloody presents and breakfasts.
this is the present.
Hmm.
What more do you want?
Well, hopefully we got some hardcore fans that would be switching on at 8:05 to watch.
I know it.
Hmm.
What's your
We
routine on
have.
Christmas?
Um,
What's your typical Christmas day?
Usually, well, hang on, back up. Usually Christmas Eve is get last minute shopping. That's all my shopping.
What, presents or food?
Both. Mainly food. I've got most of my presents. I've not actually done too bad this year, but normally I do leave it quite late to get certain presents. Normally run around looking for something for the missus, last minute present. But yeah,
Typical
get last bits of, yeah, I know. Last bits and bobs for food. And then Christmas Eve rolls around, we sort out, get Santa's cookies ready and his milk. Get them ready. Nice Christmas film maybe. Send the little kiddie winks off to bed. And then wrap the presents.
So you haven't even wrapped them yet? Okay.
No, well, actually, like I say, it's a bit different this year. But most last couple of years, at least, it's wrap the presents last minute, go to sleep, wake up really early,
Nice.
ready for Christmas. And then Christmas morning rolls around. We tend to come downstairs, open presents, make some breakfast, relax, then go and see family members, come home, have some food, and then go to my mum's. Done.
Nice. So
That's
typical Christmas.
Typical classic Christmas.
You know, growing up, I used to wake up in the morning, open my stocking, and that was it. And then have breakfast, go see family. So I'd see my auntie, my nan, go over my other aunties. We'd have dinner with all the family. Come
Yeah.
home around 6, 7 in the evening, and then I'd open my presents.
What the fuck?
I did that all my life up until about 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you poor kid.
I enjoyed it. Christmas lasted all day.
Yeah, but surely you want to get up in the morning and open your presents.
But I did. I opened my stocking.
Yeah, but that's just a fucking stocking. That's boring. Can't fit no Xbox in a stocking. Not even Xbox. No.
I was
Cut
gonna
that out.
say I don't
Cut that
fucking
out.
want Xbox
Cut that
anyway.
Cut that out.
But that was on the
Can't- you
good boy
can't-
list.
Can't fit a PlayStation. Yeah, can't fit a PlayStation in a stocking.
Well, I can't remember what was in my stocking, but yeah, you put my
Shit.
stocking.
It was shit. That's what was in your stocking. Sweets, maybe some chocolate,
But
maybe a
every year,
Tamagotchi.
I'd go over my fucking auntie's house and they'd be like, "Oh, happy Christmas! Did you like the shoes or the remote control car I got you?" Oh yeah,
I
thank
don't know.
you.
I haven't opened it yet.
Thanks very much.
Ah, bloody hell.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I remember waking up, opening presents, and then whenever I spoke to someone, oh, what did Santa bring? What did you get? And I'd tell them everything I got for Christmas. So when everyone said to you, oh, what did you get for Christmas? You go, I don't fucking know. It's still at home under the tree. I haven't opened it yet.
yeah. Well, then Christmas night, I get my Christmas. I liked it. I actually liked it.
Well,
Christmas
I'm
lasted
sorry,
all
but
day, and I opened few
Christmas does
presents
last
throughout the
all
day
day.
when various people when I visited family members, they'd give presents. So I did get presents, but then my main presents off my parents or Santa
Santa, me.
was in the evening.
Well, do you do that with your daughter?
No, she's only
Wake
had
up in
one
the morning.
Christmas so far, and no, we didn't.
You didn't make her wait all day to open presents.
I didn't feel like I was made to wait though. Like I said, I enjoyed it. I was very appreciative as a kid, so I wouldn't one of those that get up, run downstairs, and open every single present that I could as quick as I could. I'd open one present, I'd look at it, I'd play with it, see what it did. That's cool. And then my mother would open one present. She'd look at it, do whatever it did. My father would open his present, and then it's back to me.
Mm,
So even the opening of the present part still took a good while.
well,
Whereas you'd
that's
phone my cousin at 8:20 in the morning and be like, everything's open.
yeah. Well, of course it is. When I was a kid, I used to come downstairs. There'd be I got a brother and a sister, as you know. Obviously, they don't know, but you do. But anyway, there'd be all three piles or lots of presents. Well, not say piles because it sounds like there was loads of presents, but three individual stacks of presents,
Yeah.
and then we'd go like some savage animals. Open them all up,
Yeah.
and then 8:10.
I'm
No,
sure
it wasn't
most
8:10.
families are like that.
When we used to wake up, early, obviously, as every kid does, and we'd go into my mum and dad's room and say, "Wake up! Can we go downstairs yet?" And the answer was always, "No, he hasn't been yet. Go back to sleep." And I'd be like, "Oh bloody hell! That bloody fat bastard ain't been yet." And then it would be sit in my brother's room or my sister's room and sit there and we've got to wait for mum and dad to wake up, and then go in again 10 minutes later. Can we go downstairs now? I said 10 more minutes and we'll go down.
I was also an only child. I don't ever remember believing in Santa. I don't remember finding out that he may or may not exist.
Every year we'd go down the stairs and my dad would peek into the living room and go, "Oh, he's still there! Quick, get back to bed!" And we'd all running back up the stairs because he thought he was still there.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's a thing that he done, and we fell for it every year until we realised what was going on.
Do you remember realizing though?
Do I remember realising there was no Santa? I
Yeah.
mean, do I remember realising that Santa was actually real? Do I remember realising? No, I don't remember that part. No, I think I
My
just kind of
my
worked it
girlfriend
out
can,
one day.
but she loved Christmas growing up, and then found out that it didn't exist. So she can remember that.
No, I can't really remember. I never had the "oh my god, he's not real" moment. No.
No, I don't remember. I don't even remember believing in it though.
I mean, Santa Claus is a fictional character.
Well, Santa Claus is, I believe,
Comes
translated from Santa Claus, which is
no,
Saint Nicholas.
it's not. It's Sinterklaas, Sinterklaas or something like that, which is Dutch, isn't it?
For
It comes
Saint
from a
Nicholas.
Dutch. I'm sure it's Saint Nicholas.
Yeah.
It's Saint Nicholas. But no, they're different. Saint Nicholas and Father Christmas were separate things.
Yeah.
but eventually over time they sort of become the same thing, the same person.
Well, wasn't
But Saint Nicholas is a real person, or was a real bishop, I think he was, back in the 1800s.
yeah, he's a Catholic priest, wasn't he?
He was, yeah, back in the 1800s.
But
And
in Germany, they taught their kids that Santa was a devil. It was a negative icon, and to stay away from him.
well, I mean, think about it. He's a creepy old man
It is
that goes
weird.
into little kids' bedrooms or goes into and gives presents to little kids. If that was any other time of the year,
Only the good kids.
only the good kids, but still, any other time of the year, some creepy old hairy man went, "Here, little boy, have a present." He'd
Have
be
you
like, "Get
been
the
a
fuck
naughty
away!"
girl?
Yeah, if you've been a good boy, that's a bit weird.
It is very strange. Yeah, I think Father Christmas, also known as Lord Christmas and various other things,
Yeah,
was the birth of Christ. Christmas derives from the word Christ Mass, which is a
yes,
celebration of Christ
yeah,
or the service of Christ. So I think Father Christmas means like
yeah, yeah.
so it wasn't actually a person, it's just being personified
As Father Christmas, yes.
and Santa Claus has
Whereas
become
Santa Claus is the gift giver. That's where it comes from. Because that's where stockings. You know where stockings comes from? On the fireplace.
yeah, and it's something to do with leaving. They used to leave a shoe for Santa.
They used to leave. Yes, it was because Saint Nick, when he was younger, he wanted to help the poor,
Yeah.
and the only way he could the only way he could help the poor without them hurting their pride, was to chuck gold down the chimneys of these people,
I've
and
heard of
that's
this
and it landed in their shoe or in their stocking that was drying on
yeah.
the fireplace. And then when they got up in the morning, obviously there was gold in their stockings. And then eventually people started leaving things by the fireplace to hoping that some gold would appear in there.
That's
Because
where the
originally
cookies and milk
nobody
came
knew.
from.
No, it's not.
Where's that come
I've
from?
because years and years ago, and again in the 1800s, I think it is. It was his once he. It was a thing that Saint Nick or this thing was giving away gifts. Um, it became stories. Obviously, it became a thing. And in these stories, it said that he would go around giving out gold on certain days or certain times of the year. He'd give out gold, but he used to stop and have a break and smoke on his pipe in the stories.
Okay.
But then modern day, as time has gone on, it's not right for Santa to be smoking a pipe. So they ended up being that he had a break for cookies and some milk on his travels. So
All
while he
right.
was going around, he used to stop and smoke his pipe, and that was a big thing in the stories where he used to. There's actually stories, and there's like the picture of Santa is him with a pipe
Yeah,
and
I've seen
smoking.
them.
Whereas obviously, because that's bad, it went on to be that he used to have his break, and that's when they changed it from smoking his pipe to having cookies.
Because that's healthy, yeah.
Because it's not healthy, but it's better than smoking a pipe. Yeah, it's madness.
Do you know
It's
why we
interesting,
put up a
actually.
Christmas tree in our house every year?
I think so, but what one?
Well, supposedly, I don't know, they meant to trace all these different traditions back to
I,
a particular source, but
I think
supposedly,
I think it's through storytelling. I think that's like books and stuff.
yeah, but books have only been around X amount of years.
Yeah, but you're only going back to. Oh, all right.
Christmas, certain
Chris,
Christmas traditions have been celebrated for a very long time.
yes, but not like they are today. There's
Well,
different.
no, they haven't been celebrated like that today for the last 50 years.
Yeah. Go on. Where's Christmas trees come from?
Well, supposedly, obviously Christmas time, winter, everything dies.
Yeah,
All the plants die. But the fir tree or
pine tree.
the pine,
Pine tree?
maybe fir tree. It's definitely a fir tree.
Yeah, it's a pine tree. Yeah, it's a pine tree. It's the same story I've heard, so go on. You can tell it.
Well, it doesn't die. So it was
No.
seen as a giver of life. It could, yeah, it was seen as a tree.
It was thought of as magical, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because everything else around it died, but this tree didn't.
So
Well, not
they
died, just lost all its leaves and stuff.
so they put this tree in their house to hopefully keep away the bad, keep away all the evil,
Mm.
and to promote life.
Yeah.
Supposedly they decorated it with apples.
Yes.
That's why we decorate them with
that
baubles.
with baubles. Yeah, that goes back to something to do with Adam and Eve, isn't it?
Yeah.
Something about fruit and stuff. All interesting though. It is pretty cool. It's something to do with the winter solstice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Short
so
stay there.
because yeah, and it's years and years ago. It was something about they used to burn these trees to give themselves light. Well, during the winter solstice.
Was it?
Yeah, that was obviously certain. The only thing that they could really burn, because the only thing that had any foliage left on it, was these pine trees.
Why have we taken all these different stories, all these different traditions from different celebrations, combined them all into one thing, and said we're celebrating the birth of Jesus when it's got nothing to do with Jesus?
I know. Yeah, I don't know. Madness.
Poor Jesus.
I know. They say it's like the birth of Jesus Christ or whatever, but he was born in like the summer months, wasn't he? He wasn't born in December.
No, he was born. Never. He fucking didn't exist.
No, I mean, hang on. To say that he doesn't exist, we don't know. I don't mean that. I'm not saying that Jesus and God and all that is real. I'm not a believer in religion. I'm not a believer in all of that. But there's nothing to say that a man was worshipped and documented and spoke about, that maybe he couldn't do the things that they've said he could, but there's nothing to say that he wasn't alive and he wasn't an actual person.
But I'm pretty sure the first written text of Jesus can only be dated back to like 1,000 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it was first written from stories that had been passed down for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So that could just be science fiction. That could be anything.
True. But
Like, whereas
okay.
with Julius Caesar 2,000 years ago, we've got hard factual written text. We've got hard physical evidence, not just text, not just writings, that Julius Caesar existed the same time period.
Mm.
But there's nothing of Jesus.
Okay.
Not a single bit of hard evidence.
And in
exists.
all the stories about Jesus, was he born on December 25th?
I don't think it states once when he was born.
So all those nativity plays are bollocks.
And I'm pretty sure there's only one story stating his birth. The story of Bethlehem that everyone knows, where he goes to the stable, there's no room at the inn.
Yeah. With a miraculous conception.
Yeah.
That's fucking. She was clearly banging the milkman. Or she was clearly banging the fucking
She's banging someone.
blacksmith. She was banging someone. Like, it'll just miraculously happen. In the story, didn't it happen? Didn't she like get pregnant and then like fucking 6 weeks later give birth or something like that? Wasn't it like supposed to be really quick or something?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think she was pregnant for that long, apparently, according to these.
I'm not
Is
sure.
that something? No, maybe I'm making that up. I could be making it up. Don't
I
forget,
studied the Bible.
So it's all shits and giggles. So don't take any of this as gospel. Do you get it?
Good one.
Thanks. You studied the Bible?
That was somewhat. I had to for school.
Oh.
I went to 3 different religious schools.
Oh. Are you religious?
Absolutely fucking not. I don't think I ever have been. I've always believed in something. I've never known what. I've never believed in the Christian Bible. I've always thought that's a load of shit.
Do you know what I believe in?
But I've always believed.
Do you know what I believe in? And we've never spoke about this on this podcast before.
What do you believe in?
Simulation theory.
But that has similarities to the Bible.
I don't know. I'm only joking.
The Bible has a creation story. In order for simulation to exist, it had to have been created. There was
Yeah.
nothing and then there was something. That would be true in the case of a simulation. An almighty power, an all-seeing, all-knowing.
Yeah. But to believe that God created Earth in 7 days is kind of ridiculous, isn't it?
Well, how long would it
Oh,
take
in
to
6
write a
days.
program?
In 6 days. He created it in 6 days and he rested on the 7th. Is that true? Is that right?
Yeah, well, kind of, yeah. He didn't take 6 days building the earth. On the first day, he built the heavens. Then he made light. Then he built the earth. Then he built the mountains and the water. Then he put the animals here. Then he created Adam. Then he rested.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure in
notice,
that order.
notice how he made Adam first and then Eve.
Guy.
Coincidence. That's what that is. Because boys are better than girls.
He made him in his own image, so God's a man. That's how we know that.
Is he though?
Yeah,
Is he?
yeah.
Are they? How can you assume?
Are they who?
Are they a man? A male?
Is they them?
Is they them? Whatever. A male
I think
or a
that
female?
there are religions where they have female gods, but in the Christian Bible, God is a male
He is apparently.
whose name is Jehovah.
Is that where Jehovah's Witnesses
It
come
is.
from? So why don't Jehovah's Witnesses celebrate Christmas?
I don't know.
Oh,
They have a very weird. Like they can't, if they once taken ill, they can't have any like blood transplants or organ
yeah, it's
transplants.
blood transfusions, isn't it? They can't have anybody else's blood. I think because they believe that blood is like your own. I don't know.
Well, yeah, it
Should we
kind of is.
should we find out? Should we pull it up and have a look why they don't celebrate Christmas?
Should have a Google.
I'll do it right now. Jehovah's Witnesses.
Jehovah's.
Okay. So, Jehovah's Witnesses refrained from celebrating Christmas since the witnesses argued that Jesus never informed Christians to commemorate his birthday. Jehovah's Witnesses refrain from celebrating holidays since they believe that holidays break the biblical guidelines. Well, that's a bit fucking stupid, isn't it?
So
Can you
holiday
say?
literally means holy day.
Right, okay. Can you say Merry Christmas to a Jehovah's Witness? Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate these holidays. It's respectful to avoid these greetings with them. So don't say Merry Christmas to a Jehovah.
Or happy
Jehovah's
birthday. They
Witness.
don't celebrate their own birthday.
What the hell? Why?
Pull it up.
Why don't Jehovah's Witnesses celebrate birthdays? Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate holidays. They believe do not fit true Christianity.
These include
These
Christmas,
include
Easter,
Christmas,
and even
Easter.
birthdays.
Jehovah's Witnesses believe that Christ did not command his birth or any birth to be celebrated. He just wanted his death to be remembered. Well, now the last but not least of our Jehovah's Witness rant. Allow blood transfusions. That's the last thing I want to know. There you go. Believe that a human must not sustain his life with another creature's blood. And they recognize no distinction between taking blood into the mouth and taking it into the blood vessels. It is their deep-seated religious conviction that Jehovah will turn his back on anyone who receives blood. Right, so they
Well, that
believe
doesn't
that.
make sense because the communion is body and blood.
Yeah, but what's that got to do with Jehovah's Witnesses? I don't know. Is that not something different?
Jehovah's Witness is Jehovah, so they deprive from
Is that why?
Christianity because it's
Is that
the
why
same
Jews
God.
don't celebrate Christmas?
The Jews don't celebrate Jesus, so
Right.
they don't.
So, okay. So they don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, because
Because
Christmas
obviously-
is supposedly
right, yeah.
all about Jesus, which is
Yeah.
not. I don't celebrate Jesus, and I'm on the bandwagon for Christmas.
Yeah, but that's just like because you have to, sort of thing. Well, not because you have to, because it's all you've ever known. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's Muslims living in this country that don't celebrate Christmas.
Yeah.
Or Hindus or Jews or fill in the blank. If they're not Christian or atheist, if they have a religion outside of Christianity and obviously not being an atheist, they don't celebrate Christmas.
But where did they get their joy from at December? Surely they must get into some sort of Christmas spirit and watch a good Christmas film.
They must hate Christmas, because if they don't celebrate Christmas and they have no reason to entertain it in any way, everything
Yeah.
is on the TV is Christmas. Everything on the radio is Christmas songs. You go out
Yeah.
shopping, everything's Christmas. There's people fucking everywhere, like a swarm of ants.
Yeah, and on December 25th, they can't do anything because everything's closed.
It must be very frustrating. But why not just celebrate Christmas?
It's easier, isn't it?
It's more about time with the family.
The Chinese don't celebrate Christmas either, do they?
Nobody does. It's just the Western world. It's just some European countries in America.
Australians do.
Yeah, okay. Some European countries, America, and British colonies.
British colonies, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what I was going to say as well? If you think, talking back earlier to 1800s, 200 years ago, where St. Nicholas used to give out his gold and help people around him, blah, 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 which is where it all came from, where St. Nick give out gifts. Where do you think Christmas, as in Christmas traditions, would be in another 200 years? You know, like things that have obviously changed in the last 200 years, because originally it was St. Nick doing this, and then it went on to a Father Christmas or Santa Claus or Santa Claus, whatever his name is, which became Santa Claus, which is what the Americans changed it to, Santa Claus. That's where Santa Claus comes from.
Mm-hmm.
And then merged it or whatever in the, let's say, 1900s. They merged into one thing, one man, one person.
Yeah.
Imagine in another 100 years how Christmas would be celebrated. Do you think it would be any different?
Oh, yeah. Christmas is different today than it was when I was a child, just because of the one new tradition, Elf on the Shelf.
Yeah.
What the fuck's that about?
Yeah, and if you think about it, in 50, 100 years, well, not even that, in 50 years, Elf on the Shelf would be a Christmas tradition that gets done.
It's always
Every
been
year.
done. As far as I'm aware. Well,
There was no Elf on the Shelf when I was a kid.
yeah, even decorations are changing though. Like I remember everywhere used to have these plastic things hanging from the ceiling. These shiny, twirly, different coloured,
Yeah,
and they used to have like them thumbtacks stuck in the ceiling for months afterwards.
yeah, yeah.
And tinsel, I
Yeah,
don't see
do
much of that anymore.
You don't see much tinsel anymore. My mum always put a lot of tinsel everywhere, and all tinsel on the tree and stuff like that. But you don't really see it anymore.
I
Not
don't
as
really
much.
like tinsel. I never really liked tinsel. I like the smell of it or the feel of it.
Yeah, it does
But
smell. It smells dusty, doesn't it? Normally,
I used to
it
work in a
gets
tinsel
dusty.
factory.
Oh, yucky.
That was bad. We used to make wrapping paper, like roll wrap,
Yeah.
and tinsel all year round.
Oh, that's why you don't like tinsel.
Well, I don't mind wrapping paper. It has
Yeah,
its uses.
it does. It protects. Oh, that's weird as well. I wonder when that started.
Well, yeah, strange it is. That aspect, the essence of surprise. Like, what is it? Who knows? It's strange.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, and actually I still do it now, if my mother buys me gifts, I'd, with my eyes closed, feel the present and try and guess what it is. Give it a shake, see if I can hear anything. I'm actually
Yeah.
pretty good at it. I always come out, not always, but a lot of the time I get it right.
Getting quite close to it. Yeah, I wonder why. I bet they didn't do that 100 years ago.
They probably didn't have presents 100 years ago. My grandmother told me she used to receive orange Christmas time, which is where Terry's chocolate orange came from.
Yeah. Okay.
I used to give
Oranges.
oranges.
What, oranges for the good boys and girls, and coal for the naughty boys and girls? That's nothing.
Supposedly, but coal was very valuable. I imagine many families appreciated coal.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I
kept
wonder
them
if that's where
warm.
that comes from.
Maybe.
Getting coal for Christmas, as you know, to keep warm and whatnot, was a good gift. But then it turned into, if you're naughty, you get coal, and if you're good, you get a nice present.
Yeah, an orange. Wow.
An orange. No, I mean back then. I mean, Back then, it would be you get coal or an orange or, I don't know, fucking pineapple, because pineapple was exotic and expensive.
Imagine oranges were. That's probably why they had them at Christmas. Yeah, we're
It's a
talking like
weird.
70 years ago. They didn't have anything. Didn't have TV, so you couldn't buy like films, games.
They had games.
Yeah, board games. Didn't have no like
Yeah.
portable PlayStations in their pocket or
Well, no, obviously not. But I mean, 1950. They had TVs in 1950. Just about.
just about.
Yeah. Black and white ones, but they had them.
Not everyone did.
1950s.
My grandmother didn't.
No, they were quite expensive, obviously. So it was a bit of a luxury thing, weren't it, in the 1950s?
I mean, not everyone had a car.
No,
Now kids get cars for Christmas.
I didn't get no car for Christmas.
No, me neither.
Would you want a car for Christmas? Would that be a nice gift?
Sure, if I needed a car. I mean, it's a very expensive gift. Depends who it was off. I don't know if I could accept it.
Me. What if I gave you a car for Christmas? Would you appreciate it?
What car you get me?
A Tesla.
Yeah.
I'm not getting you a Tesla.
If you're buying a clapped out old KA, then I can't accept this gift.
Ah,
It's too generous. You keep it.
send it back. He doesn't want it.
You can keep it if
You
it's
know
a
who I'm
KA.
talking to.
You can keep it if it's a KA.
Well, I said I was going to get you a car for Christmas.
Hmm.
God, what a weird thing that we do as humans. Do you think on in our massive universe, wherever there's other life, do you reckon they celebrate Christmas?
Well, if you eliminate the impossible, whatever's left, no matter how improbable, has to be the truth.
Elaborate.
If there's a chance aliens exist, then there's a chance they celebrate Christmas.
Do you mean in what? Wait,
In an
did
infinite
you-
universe, is a chance they celebrate Christmas for the exact same reasons we do, even though we don't know our own reasons. But
yeah, in an infinite universe, then anything and everything is possible, though, isn't it?
exactly, that's what I mean. But as
That's
for
cool.
I don't know if life evolved on I don't know one of Jupiter's moons, let's say Titan. If
Yeah.
life evolved on there, then what's the chances that Jesus would have been born? Jesus would have been remembered for whatever reason Jesus is remembered for, and then we would then celebrate him 2,000 years later, or they would celebrate him 2,000 years later, and call it Christmas. And our fat man in a
Whoa,
weirdly
can't
clean
discriminate.
red suit.
Don't discriminate.
It actually
Yeah.
looks like you have tits. They're very plump.
Thank you. I tried.
That's easily a C-cup.
It might be a woman's outfit. I don't know. I'll have to check. Of course, we can say now.
You asked me if aliens existed, would they celebrate Christmas?
Hmm.
In an infinite universe, there's a chance that somewhere someone is celebrating Christmas, but in a finite world, the chances are very small. The fact that we have life here on Earth that doesn't celebrate it, the chances life elsewhere, I don't know, very small. Like I said, in an infinite universe, if you eliminate the impossible, then whatever's left, no matter how improbable, has to be the truth. So in an infinite universe, then yeah, sure.
Well, we've got no way of ever knowing if it's an infinite universe, so we can only see so much of it. Do you reckon one day there'll be no? Do you reckon it'll fizzle out and it'll just dissipate into no Christmas, no gift giving, no Santa Claus, just nothing, just another day,
Yes.
and it'll get to a point where it'll go, oh shit, it's bank holiday on Monday. Oh, is it? Oh, why is it bank holiday? Oh, I don't know, some old tradition thing, some
Yes.
old
Do you
holiday
ask me,
thing.
do I think it's going to happen, or do I think it's possible?
No, I'm saying, do you think that will happen one day in the future? You know how there's a bank holiday one random day, and you go, why is it a bank holiday? And you go, oh, I don't know, because of some religious thing.
Right. Do I think that'll happen for Christmas? I don't know.
Yeah. Do you reckon
Maybe.
it'll be December 25th is a holiday? Oh, why is it a holiday? Oh, just just some old religious thing.
Yeah, maybe. Given enough time, definitely.
And then they'll go, can you believe it? It's Alien Day on Thursday.
For example,
Remember
if
then?
Putin launches a
Remem-
nuclear attack, we're
Yeah.
not going to be talking about Christmas this time next year. So
Why?
yeah, it's entirely well, we'd have bigger fish to fry.
Well, we'll still be talking about Christmas.
We might talk about it, well, whoever's left, but
They
I certainly want to celebrate it.
I honestly don't think that would happen. They wouldn't. The amount of people, or the amount of, with NATO, I mean, if he was gonna launch nuclear missiles, he'd be dead before he gets the chance to.
How do you even know he's launched them? How do you know he's had the idea?
Because he's not gonna ruin the world, destroy the world without warning.
Well, supposedly he's dying of terminal cancer, so
Mm.
if it's the last thing he does, why wouldn't he?
I think if it got to that point, we'd have to, us being America, NATO, would have to intervene and say, no, you ain't fucking doing that. Because at the minute, we're not getting involved, are we? We're helping Ukraine
Yeah, we're not getting
to an
involved.
extent.
Right, okay.
Okay. Officially, NATO isn't involved. Otherwise, we'd be at war with Russia.
Did you know America accidentally sent 6 billion, that's with a B, accidentally sent $6 billion more than they planned to Ukraine?
Yeah, they accidentally did that. I didn't know that, but I can believe it.
Well, that's according to the reports. 6 billion was transferred to Ukraine, more than what they asked for. Ukraine asked for X amount. They said yes to that X amount. America sent it plus 6 billion, and they said it was an accident. Typo.
Yeah.
Whoopsie.
Sorry.
I had
Don't
a
worry.
few
Don't
extra
worry.
zeros.
We'll have it back next year. Don't worry. I don't think NATO would let it get to the point of. That's why if Putin had his way and we had nothing to do with it, he'd have fucked them up a long time ago. It would have been over and done with, and Ukraine wouldn't be Ukraine anymore. It would be Russia. It would be the Soviet Union, whatever, blah blah blah. But because NATO are kind of helping Ukraine, he can't do anything.
Up until the war, up until he launched the attack on Ukraine, the rest of the world seen Ukraine as the threat, as one of the most corrupt governments in the world, as terrorists, as Nazis. There's a lot of Nazis living in Ukraine. They were
Right.
seen as the bad guys. And now we are throwing shitloads of money at them to help fight Putin.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not saying we shouldn't help, but I'm saying if you've got that much money to accidentally lose, then you should put it elsewhere. There are people on your own soil that need
Yeah.
that money more.
Yes, but they send that money now so that they haven't to help Ukraine beat him or help Ukraine with their cause. Whereas if they was to help Ukraine and not send them the money, if they didn't send them the money, Ukraine would be fucked and Putin would be forced to do something, or Putin would do something, and then NATO and we would be forced to do something about it. That means we're involved, and that's it. We're involved in this war officially, and then we're at war with Russia.
Right. Why do we have to get
The-
involved either way? Why is there anything to do with us?
They want to be part of NATO.
Who does?
Ukraine.
Ukraine?
They do now. They didn't up until that's the whole reason that Putin started the war with Ukraine in the first place, because they said no, you're not joining NATO, and they said yeah, we want to. Something to do with if Ukraine is the only country that surrounds Russia that isn't part of NATO. So if Ukraine joined NATO, he'd be surrounded by NATO and he couldn't do anything.
Wait, Ukraine doesn't surround Russia. Russia's huge. What do you mean?
What I mean is, he doesn't want Ukraine to join NATO.
There's too many politics for me.
It is, but how did we go from Santa Claus to fucking Vladimir Putin?
They're both terrorists.
Are they both terrorists?
I don't know. Have you seen Violet Night?
No.
It's a new film. You should watch it. Christmas film.
Is it? Okay. No, I've never heard of it.
Violet Night.
Well,
He's definitely a pedo. He might not be a terrorist, but he's something up about him.
who?
Santa.
Santa? I think you meant Vladimir Putin. I was going to say, what?
Well, he's a bit off as well, but Santa's definitely
Yeah.
off.
Have you seen all the videos about buddy Joe Biden?
What about him?
there's videos of him like and kids, not like kids, but
I've seen this one where he says to this girl, "How old are you? 16?" And she says like 8, something like that. He says, "Close enough."
yeah, something like that. And then there was another video where he's like grabs this girl's hand or arm or whatever and whispers something in her ear. And then when they're taking a picture, and she tries to move, and he goes, "No, you come here," and he's holding on to her and like in front of him and being all creepy.
He's too far gone.
How the fuck did he become president?
Because they didn't want Donald Trump to be president again. That's the
Why?
evil.
I kind of like Trump. He's since I'm not into politics whatsoever, but since he lost that and is not the president anymore, I kind of like him.
Yeah,
The
I
shit
didn't
he
like
says
him.
and the things he comes up with, it's fucking. He's funny, and he just don't give a fuck.
I didn't like him at the time of his presidency, but since, because he said
No,
he said a
I'm
lot
the
of
same.
things that were very controversial and that were believed to be complete bullshit. But since, they've all been proven, or the majority of his claims have been proven to be true. For
Yeah,
example, the COVID China leak came out of a lab.
yeah,
He was discriminated for saying that. He was that was a very thing. That's something he should not have said. It was true.
yeah.
He was banned off of Twitter for saying things that turned out to be true. So at the time, I was like, this man's a fucking idiot. He's just saying shit.
Yeah. No, I kind of like him. I kind of like him,
I like him
and
now.
I think he should become. I think he should become president again. I think he will, to be honest. If he runs again,
There's a very strong chance.
I think he will.
Because the Trump supporters from his last presidency are going to come back even harder and stronger than they were. And
Yeah.
he's gained so many more supporters since Biden's been in office.
Mm.
So it depends who he's running against. But if it's
There was some
Biden,
sort of
I think it's definitely winning.
there was some sort of statistics that said that he sorted out like more shit in the White House and for America as a country than any president has done for the last like 20 years.
Maybe.
All these different things and different problems that people were having and all that. He managed to sort out all of it.
Yeah.
And there was a thing with him and Kim Jong Un, was it? Was
Yeah.
there something with him? And I'm
Yeah.
sure there was a video. I can't remember what it said. And he said I'll just ring him up and tell him to stop it or something like that. And Putin. I'm sure he's friends with Putin, isn't he? Is he friends with Putin or is he?
I don't
He
know if he
knows
was,
Putin.
but
I don't know, something like that. But knowing Trump, if he was president and if he and all this shit was going on with Russia, he'd just say fuck you, Putin, and go and fuck him up.
it makes me think that with someone like Donald Trump in the White House, it makes me wonder if aliens, if they know about him. Not if they exist, but if they know about him.
What if the White House knows about him?
Yeah, because I think if Trump got hold of that information, he would definitely leak it.
But then whose job is it to know and whose job is it not to know? Or who's the one that decides who knows, if you know what I mean? Surely the leader, the main man, the main top of the fucking food chain should be the man that knows the information and decides who knows the information.
And who is that man?
In theory, the president.
He's definitely not top of the chain.
Who is then?
A lot of people, but it's not the president.
But he's the man that
They're only in for 4
makes all the
years,
decisions.
8 years max.
Yeah.
He's the man that gets the final say on all the decisions.
Yeah.
I think the decisions are mainly made for him. He gets given 5 decisions and he has to pick one. I don't think he makes the decision. He just picks which decision to take. I mean, I don't know. I've never fucking been in the White House or even come close to any sort of politician, but I don't think that once you get elected as president of the United States, of the most powerful army in the world that the world has ever seen, the most powerful man on paper in the world.
Yeah.
You're telling me now, a character like Donald Trump gets given that power, who's never been into politics. I mean, Joe Biden's been a politician his entire life.
Yeah.
Donald Trump is
Businessman.
a businessman. He's
Yeah.
a fucking apprentice. He's just a rich.
He's the American Alan
philanthropist.
Sugar. Yeah.
You're telling me they tell him the country's top secrets, all of them, and there's a lot.
You think Obama didn't know all this the information? He didn't.
All of
Obama
it?
strikes
You
me.
think he knows
Yeah,
all.
but Obama strikes me the man that knows shit. He knows
He's
what's
a
going on.
politician. He's an actual politician and has been for many years.
Well, technically, so's um
Trump.
the fuck's in him? Trump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
He never was.
They need Joe Exotic to be the president.
We're all fucked if that's the case.
That's what they should do. Make Joe Exotic the president.
Carol fucking Baskin.
Carol fucking Baskin. I don't know.
I don't think they tell him anything. They tell
Well,
him what
then
they need to know.
what position have you got to be in to know the information and make the decisions?
Well, as far as we're all aware, the president is the commander-in-chief and officer. But I don't think that's the case.
I don't know. That's like saying, do you reckon Boris Johnson knew all the information?
I don't think he knows any information.
I don't think he knows much. Good old Bojo.
You don't know, fucker. He looks a bit like Santa, mind?
He could be Santa, couldn't he?
Put a beard on him, yeah.
They should bring back monarchs, I'm telling you.
I don't get them. What's
Bring
that
back the
about?
monarchy. Well, back in kings and queens.
Like, how
the
can
king
you
make the decision.
walk into another country and say, this is my land now? I claim this land in the name
What?
of Charles.
Well, that's how they did it back in the day, isn't it?
Why can't I do that?
You could. You get fucking back in the day, you'd either get archered or trampled or sworded down and say, fuck you, no, you're not.
Why can't I do
If
that
you had-
today?
If you had, you'd get arrested today.
So why would I get
because-
arrested, but the British Army or the American Army or any army doesn't get arrested?
I don't know.
And why can someone like Obama launch an attack on Iraq or wherever the fuck Obama invaded?
Yeah, I'm sure it was Iraq, yeah. Afghanistan, something like that. Actually, I think it was before Obama.
Was it Bush?
I think, yeah, maybe Bush. I think Bush started the war with Iraq or was involved in the war with Iraq.
Then Obama was a different one.
Trump ended the war with Afghanistan when he was in power.
Yeah, anyway, whatever he was. What was I saying? How did I get onto that?
How can he start a war with someone but you can't?
No, how can they start a war and kill hundreds, thousands of innocent civilians in their goal to whatever the fuck their goal is in invading these countries? But when Hamas or ISIS or whoever the fuck does it all, they're terror groups, why are they then punished and killed for their war crimes? Why is what they do wrong, but what we do is completely justifiable?
You're right. I don't know. Well,
There
I
seems to
just
be
think
one rule
I
for
just
one.
think they should bring back the monarchy and have a king or a king and let him make the decisions.
We've got a king.
Yeah, but he's no power. He's a
So what's the
figurehead,
point in
isn't
him? I don't get the monarchy. What's the fucking point? Why do they get a
Because-
cut of our taxes every year and not actually do
because
anything?
it's his country. Because he's the king of the country of England. It's his country.
Yeah, so when Charles dies, it becomes Williams.
Yeah,
But he was just a normal person that was born, just
Good
like
old
me,
Billy.
just like you.
yeah. But he
Just
was
like
born into the monarchy. He was born into the family.
But his
So it
family
gets
weren't even
handed
born
down.
into the family. It wasn't even supposed to be then. There was the king and queen. If it can be passed on, why can't it be passed on to anyone? Why
I
are
don't
they
know.
royal?
I don't know. I really don't. Your brother's the man to ask on that one.
Yeah.
We'll have to try and get him on.
And talk politics for an hour, that'd be hard.
he'd have to keep us going, wouldn't he?
My brother
I don't know
is
about-
in university to do something with politics.
He's in Oxford University, actually. He's doing
He's in
quite well for
Oxford, he
himself.
is.
He's
Yeah.
doing quite well. I think he'll be good. He'll be good. I don't know about the shits and giggles, but he'll definitely be good for the serious talk.
That's
Have to
what
try
I'm
and get
not
him
good
on.
at.
What, the shits and giggles?
Oh,
Don't I know it?
he'd fact check us everything.
Yeah, I know, yeah. He'd be going, actually, that's not correct.
Yeah, actually, £200 billion divided by 9 billion people is not a billion each.
You fucking idiots.
All right, sorry.
Oh,
it'd be one of those,
God.
wouldn't he? Yeah. Anyway, people got their
Okay.
turkeys to get to and
Well, they
stuff
have
into
got the-
stuff.
Yeah, and about 6 hours later, open your presents.
Yeah, so let's wrap this one up. Leave them get on with the day.
Okie dokie. And enjoy the rest of your Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Should we do a joke?
Oh, yes. I've got one. It's probably been heard many times, but I'm going to say it. Are you ready?
Go on then.
Okay. What do Father Christmas and Michael Jackson have in common?
I don't know.
They both go into little boys' bedrooms and empty their sacks. Sorry, MJ. Go.
Sorry, Santa. Why does Mrs. Claus always wish for a white Christmas?
Go on.
Because she's married to a man that only comes once a year.
We didn't even plan the Christmas jokes. We just
Yeah, we
happened.
all planned, and we didn't plan the
yeah.
Christmas jumpers.
We didn't plan the Christmas jumpers. Yeah. Well, there you go.
How'd you turn up dressed for the occasion?
Yes. Right, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Merry Christmas
Merry
and
Christmas.
a Happy New Year. And we'll see you
In the New Year.
New Year's Day next year, yeah?
Will it be New Year's Day?
If we do a New Year's, no. We'll see you New Year. We'll see you next year.
We'll see you when we see you.
We'll see you when you see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. And it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Bye.
Bye. Disclaimer time. All the facts mentioned in this episode may or may not actually be facts.
They may be facts. They may not.
And all the stuff that is not facts is probably not facts.
And all the stuff that are facts are probably facts.
But probably not. Bye.
The Chitz and Giggles podcast.